pay attention. Okay.
Okay.
Keep in mind that there's a quiz and a test this week. I think quiz
Wednesday.
Wednesday and
Friday.
test Friday. Okay? All right, so this is period 1, September 29th. No, it's not period 1. It's period 2, September 29th, pre-calculus. We are going over some homework. Everybody in this class has been informed that they are being recorded. So be careful what you say, guys. This is problem 10 on page 63. All right. And first of all, we're asking for the 6th term. Well, here is the generic form for a geometric sequence. U sub n is equal to U sub 1 times the common ratio to the power of n minus 1. All right. I'm given my U sub 1. I'm given my r. And I'm being asked to find the 6th term. So I'm just going to plug in 6 for r. So I have u sub 6 is equal to 1 times negative 2 to the power of 5. And negative 2 to the power of 5 is negative 32. So that was the first question they asked me. What is u sub 6? All right, they're asking for both a recursive and an explicit formula. All right, so the recursive formula, you have to state the first term. You have to give an algebraic expression in terms of the previous term, so it's u sub n is equal to the common ratio, which is negative 2, times the previous term, for all n greater than or equal to 2. That's recursive. Explicit.
You don't have to put the difference.
The difference? There is no common difference because this is geometric. It's yes. If it were arithmetic, you'd use a common difference. All right, here we're using a common ratio, which is a multiplier. Okay. Explicit is this. This one up here is the explicit form. And all we have to do is plug in u sub 1 and r. So I've got u sub n is equal to 1 times negative 2 to the power of n minus 1. Or actually, if I simplify that, negative 2 to the power of n minus 1. All right, problem 12. 12, I'm given u sub 1 is negative 6, and r is 2/3. So, u sub 6 is equal to the first term times the common ratio to the power of 5, because it's n minus 1. We're talking about the 6th term, we need the power of 5. All right, so this is equal to negative 6. Now I'm going to raise top and bottom of 2/3 to the power of 5, remembering that your teacher will not accept the decimal. So 2 to the power of 5 is 32. I have that memorized. How about 3 to the power of 5? That's 243. I know, remember with fractions, to multiply fractions, you can cross-cancel before you multiply. And I know a 3 goes into both 6 and 243. So I'm going to cancel out a 3 on the top. I'm left with 2. If I cancel out a 3 on the bottom, I'm left with 81. Okay. So now I've got a negative 2 times 32 is 64, and 1 times 81 is 81. Okay, so now I'm going to do recursive formula. This was my 6th term. Recursive. I've got u sub 1 equals negative 6. Okay, my formula is going to be the previous term times the common ratio of 2/3. All right, so I've got u sub n is equal to 2/3 times the previous term for all n greater than or equal to 2. And then explicit is u sub n is equal to u sub 1 times r to the power of n minus 1, which is -6 times 2/3 to the power of n minus 1. Problem 14. U sub 1 is pi. R is 1/5. Okay, so my sixth term is equal to my first term times the common ratio to the power of 5. So that's pi times 1 over, because 1 to the 5th is 1. 5 to the power of 5 is 3,125. So my sixth term is pi over 3,125. Recursive. U sub 1 is pi. U sub n is 1/5 times the previous term for all n greater than or equal to 2. Explicit. U sub n is equal to u sub 1 times the common ratio to the power of n minus 1. So that is pi times 1/5 to the power of n minus 1. These problems were a piece of cake. All right, I'm going to save that video and then move on to the next set of homework.